if you guys follow the order and what the process is, the eventual display, bringing out the one world digital coin or processing system will eventually take out every other individual sovereign country, whether it's cash or paper money or digital currency or a central bank currency or coin or any kind of institutional money will all be centrally located in one database or server, and it'll function as a one world currency, right? So we just talked about December 22nd, the Biden had placed that he wanted to see interaction between all the government agencies in putting in a central digital coin currency, Bitcoin, so to speak, for the United States money, right? I mean, currency maybe is a better word to actually get rid of the cash. I mean, that's what they all want. The way I look at it is like this. So if you can control the actual amount of money and you can distribute it through individuals' accounts, right? Which is totally possible now with the way that we have cloud computing, storage of information, servers, and that type of thing. So you could actually, let's say that you have this bank account in a central, one central area, right? So we don't have these all spread out between credit unions and banks. And then the list goes down to every area, every city, every county, every municipality in the country has their own bank, right? Or credit union. It'll all be just one. So that way, I think they're looking at it like this. It's perfect because let's say that I pay you X amount of dollars. It goes directly into this central location. Then the government at the end of the year or that month or that week when you get paid, they can pull that amount of tax out of that account, right? Instantly. So if you make, $2,000 a week and you say, well, you're paying 50% on taxes or whatever, boom, you get $1,000, right? So it works out that way. At the end of the year, they don't have to mix and match all this and send you back some money. Then they can keep track of, you'll be able to go into your account and have a spreadsheet, right? So I spent this much at the gas station, this much at the grocery store, so businesses won't have to file any kind of paperwork. These central banking digital currencies will be able to say, hey, we've seen that you spent X amount of dollars for this equipment and you spent X amount of dollars for this service, or you're spending the individual is paying X amount of dollars for homeowners insurance, payments, mortgages, yada, yada, yada. They can just tabulate that instantly every month. And that way they know how much money to take out of for taxes, right? So I guess on their end, it's easy peasy, right? It'd be easy to do. So laying the foundation for all that, we're getting to the World Economic Forum and what they have decided, what they've been working for the last 2 years to make this currency available to banks. Try it out. They calling it a sandbox where you can play with it a little bit, see how it's going to work for your banking institution, which is another word for we're going to implement this and everybody's going to like it. Let's look at this. UDPN. And it's a universal, which means that everybody is going to comply with this eventually, because you know how these things work. I mean, they got the backing of all the banks, of government institutions. These people are going to follow along like the Pied Piper. They're going to follow along like a bunch of lemmings. That's the way they do. They get that. They always say that Christians they don't have a mind of their own. They're followers, whatever. But these guys, I mean, if you tell them that a hot dog is a real dog, right? For some reason, they just latch onto that and they think it's a real dog. I mean, these people are actually mentally ill. They'll come out with this stuff and say, well, we're humans. This is conspiracy at its highest level. right? This is conspiracy theory, all this stuff. Okay. The Universal Digital Payment Network was launched yesterday at the World Economic Forum in Davos. It's a blockchain-based network, I don't know what that is. I mean, I'm not going to sit there and spell it out for you. Between regulated stablecoins and CBDC, central bank digital currency is what that is. The three organizations behind the initial are German digital consultancy GFT, the Red Date Technology, and a DLA. You know what? Listen, you're going to have to research all these for yourself. I'm not going to sit there and pinpoint them. You know, what's curious to me is that we all know that Germans were, and they started the World War I. Germany started the World War II. Why is it always Germany with these Klaus Schwab guys and the German digital whatever? Why are they always on the brink of universal world domination? I'm not saying that this is the deal, but why are they always out in the lead of all this nonsense? Okay. I think every nation is sovereign. Obviously, we have gone into a world economic where we buy everything from everyone else. Okay. So I guess it all makes sense. Why we got to play with different currencies? If I want to buy something from Tokyo, Japan, I got to use their money. If I want to buy something from Mexico, we got to change all. I can see it makes sense in the long term and for everything. But what it's going to eventually do is you're going to form this world, this planetary system that you can't get out of, because everybody say, hey, there's no borders. We're all humankind, right? There's no racial diversity. We're all the same. You know, that's where we're going with all this. They say the purpose of the UDN payment network is to investigate the potential alternative to existing payments system by enabling this I'm sorry, but you can read it for yourself, between flat-baked tokens of stablecoin and regulated protocols. All right. So, you know, if we go actually to the website that they put this out, and we hit the press release. Here it is. Davos, Switzerland, January 2023, launched at Davos during the World Economic Forum week. The Universal Digital Payment Network is a DLT underpin message backbone focused on providing, by the end of this, I should be able to read that. Okay. And I'm not going to try. I look like a fool on it. Between the fast growing number of different regulated stable coins, the central banking, digital currencies, and the seamless connectivity between any business IT system and a regulated digital currency. The leading global financial institutes, Deutsche Bank, HSBC, Standard Chartered, Bank of Eastern Asia. I mean, there's lots of billions of dollars in there. And they'll jump on. I mean, obviously BlackRock's running this. China's behind this. China doesn't, you know, one thing about China is they don't say, hey, we're backing this. They're the foundation of everything that we see with the World Economic Forum and all in the order, right? Nearly 2 years of development, the UDPN is an advanced digital currency payment project that has achieved several significant milestones to date, including the launch of the UDPN sandbox in July of last year, in which multiple banks have been actively testing stable transfer and swap of transactions. So they've already done it, say July. So they're swapping these currencies back and forth between all these banks. They're taking all the bugs. They're working out all they're actually developing this system where they can integrate it into every banking system. I said earlier about Biden sending that executive order and to give United States of digital currency. Obviously, this will be integrated into this, where you can easily transfer money. I know there was a big situation of sending money into Europe and sending it back. It was a big issue. But now once you have a one world network, it's going to be easy to transfer money to wherever you want it to go. And it's leading into this. You're going to own nothing and be happy, right? Tell me what you guys think. Where do you think this is going? I mean, are we going to actually have the one world currency where you can't buy or sell unless you have your name, your information stamped on this system, and you walk around and your facial recognition, your thumbprint, your handprint, whatever they decide to use, your blood, I don't know. And that way you can get the money out. I could see it's easily done. I mean, you could have something on your computer, on your mouse, on your phone, where as soon as you place it on the screen, it knows that that's you. I mean, this is all making sense to me because it's going to cut out all theft, everything. And it's going to be easier for people to access their money without having to have criminal networks involved. It's going to take out all the laundering money. You're not going to, unless you swap labor for labor, service for service, that type of thing, you won't be able to say, I'm sending money to Venmo over here to this guy. There won't be none of that cash thing. You'll have to actually, if you want something done, you'll have to, if you got a plumbing leak, you bring over your plumber buddy. He does this for you, and then you go do something on his roofing, or whether it's fixing a computer or an automobile. That service you can do without having all this, right? So I could see why they want to control all the money system. They want to know where it's at. They want it in their hands, and eventually it's all regulated by just the 0.5% of the world's population. It's just in the hands of a few people that are looking for dominance, right? So I hope you guys found some value in this video. I appreciate it if you give me a thumbs up, share it with your friends, like this video, and subscribe if you haven't already. I appreciate it. You guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you on the next video. Bye now.